Oh, hey, it's me, Dave, from before. Dave Hill from Show Business. Dave Hill sitting here in my very crowded office for another episode of a little something I like to call the Crime Blotter with me, Dave, mentioned earlier. A little show wherein I take a look at some of America's so-called lesser crimes, which just so happen to have taken place in northeastern Ohio, where I just so happen to be from. Wow. Before we go any further, I want to thank my Patreon subscribers for being a part of this magic, and I thank them for their patience and your patience, regardless of whether you're a subscriber. But you can be by going, well, no, right over there. There. Why am I holding this there? There you go. Patreon.com/Mr. Dave Hill and subscribing. Lots of goodness to be had. Good times as well. Oh, God. Excuse me. I apologize. This is the first crime blotter in a while. What's going on with me? I don't know. Well, you can hear. I don't know if you can hear that siren in the background. I'm overwhelmed by crime, really. And it's been just... Oh, I can't time this stuff more perfectly. Is that a word? Is it more perfectly? I guess, can it something be more perfect if it's art? Anyway, why am I musing on that? My point is, welcome to the Crime Blotter. This is, I hope I have some doozies, what we like to call in the industry, in the crime industry, doozies, lined up today, since this is the first episode in a while. I don't know what took me so long. I've been traveling a lot. That's really the real answer. And I start shooting a movie on Monday, even though, that hasn't started yet. No, I can't get into it. Do I play a criminal? Yes. That's why it's connected. But yeah, I'm excited to be in this movie. It's going to be starting on Monday with it, and it's got a great cast. But let's get into it, crime enthusiasts. The first one, this one's going to blow your mind straight out your butthole. School bus hits parked car at Gilmore. This from the Gates Mills Police Blotter. Gilmore, I know you're going, what is it, Gilmore? Wait, Dave, isn't that the fancy school that you're near where you grew up that you didn't go to because you weren't fancy enough? Yeah, I was scruffy. I was scrappy. I went to St. Ignatius. Gilmore was like the fancy, kind of almost like prep school / Catholic school at the same time. I think it's Catholic. Oh, I'm drinking mushroom tea. It's supposed to make me less fat or something. It's not working. Anyway, crash. Cedar Road. Wait a minute. Dave, didn't you grow up just mere a few hundred yards from Cedar Road? Yeah, it gets crazy by the minute. The school, basically, if you go all the way up Cedar, just keep going, you run into Gilmore there, I think. And I went to a hockey game there a few years ago. Anyway, not to brag. A school bus struck an unoccupied parked car on the property of Gilmore Academy. That's right, Gilmore Academy. You know they're fancy when it's called an academy. September 5th, a scant 5 days ago, as I was trying to maneuver around it. There were no children on the bus at the time of the incident. Well, all we have is an insane, maybe not insane, but just not very skilled bus driver. So, the school bus struck a car. I'm going to call this an open case. We don't have enough information. I keep picturing the school bus driver from The Simpsons. I hope he kind of looked like that. What's that guy's name? Can't remember. Oh boy. But there's probably hell to pay. No, they're probably like, it's okay, Jerry. I don't know if his name is Jerry, but I like to pretend it is, and I like to think that the guy that consoled him a little bit made him feel not so bad by saying, hey, it's okay, Jerry. Don't worry about it too much. Welfare. There's a bunch of crimes. You're thinking like, well, okay, there was that bus thing. That's the end of it. That's the beginning and end of it for crime in Gates Mills. Guess again, Sally. Because welfare check, Chartley Road, I don't even know what this is. A caller said September 2nd, yes, 3 days before the bus crash. huge crash. That a woman with holes in her shirt was carrying bags while walking along the roadway. Officers checked the area but did not locate her. I don't know. She sounds like a rambling woman, maybe. But I know that area. It seems like they're trying to be like, this woman sounds like trouble. We don't see much. Well, yeah, it wouldn't be an area where you see a lot of that. I guess I could see it, but I don't know. Maybe it's just a style, the holes in the shirt. I don't know. I'm not a doctor. Disturbance, saddle. This is kind of rapid fire. Gates Mills crimes. Disturbance, Saddleback Lane. Saddleback Lane, nothing goes wrong on Saddleback Lane. We'll guess again. Officers responded to a noise complaint September 6th. That's the day after the bus. That's the day after the bus exploded. That was found to be from loud music coming from the Cleveland Metro Parks in Willoughby Hills. What? Okay, so the complaint was filed in Gates Mills, but it was coming all the way from Willoughby Hills. What? The music was subsequently, and pull your loved ones close, the music was subsequently turned to a lower level. That was a close call. And finally, I leave you with Gates Mills, a case of general assistance. Chartley Road. Wait, Chartley Road. Isn't that where the woman with holes in her shirt was walking around with bags? Is there no end to the madness on Chartley Road in Gates Mills, Ohio? I don't seem to think. Every time the crimes get worse, and then what happens? Police. You can hear police in the background. Here, a patrol officer came upon an open garage door at a residence around 3 a.m. September 7th. That's the day after the noise complaint. That's 5 days after the woman with the holes in her shirts and 2 days after the bus explosion. What's the significance? I don't know, but it's terrifying. An open garage door. That is the stuff right there. It gets more insane. Just when you thought Gates Mills, this episode is largely fancy towns, because from Gates Mills, where, let's face it, a town so fancy a woman walks around with 2 holes in her shirt, someone's going to call the cops. That's the kind of town it is. Pepper Pike. Oh, nothing goes wrong in Pepper Pike. But, well, here's the headline. Vandals hit hard on local signage with obscene graffiti. That's right, this from the Pepper Pike police blotter. Vandalism, Fairmount Boulevard. Fairmount Boulevard, doesn't that run into Cedar? Wait a minute, let me think about it. Nope, I believe they're parallel. Anyway. This is terrifying. Fairmount, these are the streets I used to roam, basically, when I was a kid. Police found at least, that should be all caps underlined with, in bold. If you can't sense that in my voice already. Police found at least 10 city traffic signs spray painted with vulgar imagery on the morning of August 31st. Between Kerrsdale Road and the I-271. That's a highway. And part of the overpass itself. Oh my God. Much of the crude it's hard to stay mad at these guys, whoever did this. Much of the crude subject matter depicted male genitalia painted in blue, red, and gray paint on the speed and traffic control signs. I believe someone painted dongs. Maybe some balls too. I don't know. But, police suspect the damage occurred overnight, with the investigation continuing. Well, I would hope so, because I don't intend to sleep anytime soon. Not with this hell going on in the streets, people painting dongs. I'm kind of rooting for whoever's painting the dongs, to be honest. Pepper Pike could use a little dong graffiti, in my estimation. Oh, that mushroom tea. It's not that bad, actually. I wouldn't say it's good, but I wouldn't say it's bad. It's kind of that sweet spot, right in between good, but also kind of bad. I don't know. It's kind of nice. It's coconutty. I think there's some coconut. I'm not going to say what kind I'm drinking because I know. Does this happen to you, where they like advertise mushroom tea to you all the time? I think they figure out you're a man of a certain age and you have a gut you're trying to get rid of, and they're like, let's try to sell mushroom tea. That'll show them. Will it do anything? No. Okay, let's focus. Middleburg Heights, Ohio. Middleburg Heights. That's always one of those towns I was like, where the hell is that? I don't know. It's in Ohio, though, northeastern Ohio, not far from where I grew up, not far from Pepper Pike or Gates Mills for that matter. Rogue pizza delivery driver reported missing in Middleburg Heights. I'll say it again. Rogue pizza delivery driver reported missing in Middleburg Heights. I don't like this one bit. Rogue Pizza. I would like to open a pizza business called Rogue Pizza. Just thinking out loud. Whatever. Police are looking for a rogue pizza delivery driver suspected. Okay, here's where the rogue part comes in. Suspected of stealing 2 delivery bags, presumably stuffed with pizza, a car top sign, probably a sign for the pizza place, and cash. Okay, now this is a serious crime. From Antonio's Pizzeria La Schiavo, I don't know what that is, on 19101 Bagley Road. Bagley Road, so that's like, I don't know, south side of Cleveland? I don't know. The driver, a 39-year-old Garfield Heights man, was assigned to delivery at about 4:30 p.m., August 20th. Whoa, that's way before the bus exploded all over the place, sending human matter all... No, I'm exaggerating. This is a reference to the bus incident earlier. August 20th, at about 7 p.m., the customer called Antonio saying that the pizza, and add your own echo here if you can, was never delivered. A manager at Antonio's called and texted the driver. He called, then he texted the driver, but he didn't answer. The manager said the delivery bags, car top sign, and cash the driver was carrying were worth about $315. I'm going to say they're probably inflating the cost of the bags and the car top. Let's say he probably had like $100 cash on him, and they're saying all the other stuff is very expensive. I call bullshit. And then they're like, well, the pizzas, those are like $20, $30 pizzas. Police called the man, but were unable to contact him. Of course not. He's on the lam. License plate reading cameras located the man near East 98th Street in Garfield Heights. Heck, what? Okay, so the guy took the pizza. He took the sign. He took the cash, and he's like, you know what? I'm out of the pizza delivery game. F y'all. Middleburg Heights police asked Garfield Heights police to check the man's home. Garfield Heights police found the man's vehicle outside his home, but the man didn't answer when they knocked on his door. I'm guessing he was inside enjoying pizza. That's what I would have done. Police sent the man a summons to appear in Berea Municipal Court on theft charges. This is a crime spanning 3 cities. 3 cities. 3 cities. You're not being charged for those voice effects. Those are on the house. Anyway. Oh boy. So, okay. Here's hoping. Is there any chance that pizza delivery guy is the same guy that crashed the school bus into the parked car? Probably not. Can I hope? Yeah, I think I can. Let me have this one. Maybe he left that garage door open too. I don't know. Whoa, I know what you're like. Whoa, Dave, you're coming in pretty hot after being away for so long on this episode of the Crime Blotter. And to that I say, you bet your ass I am, because these are crime-riddled streets. I hope, gosh, you know, I live in New York. People are saying, oh, New York's really, there's a lot of crime. Not nearly as much as the crime I've just reported to you happening in northeastern Ohio right now. Buses exploded, pizza's gone missing. Anyway, until next time, this has been The Crime Blotter with me, Dave, from before. Dave Hill mentioned earlier, Dave Hill from Showbiz. Dave Hill itching his head, because it's itchy. I promise I won't take so long to do The Crime Blotter again next time. In the meantime, Watch your backs. Well, no, listen. Well, again, I beg/encourage you, subscribe to this podcast, which I will promise won't be so intermittent. Is that the word I'm looking for? And then subscribe to my Patreon, patreon.com/Mr. Dave Hill, if you would like to support me in my plot for world domination and get some goodies in exchange. What I wanted to say is until next time, watch your backs, watch your rooftops. Most of all, be careful out there. This has been the Crime Blotter.